GEO. By the end of the lesson, you'll determine the relationship between 3 special types of angles using parallel lines conjecture and determine if lines are parallel based on some angles. It's going to be fun. I want to go all the way down here, and I want you to see what your homework is going to be. Look at that. That is the only, that is just awesome. Look at all those lines. Oh, it's fun. There's so much fun there. Yeah, that's fun. See, children, that's fun. Okay, let's go back and learn about it now. All right, so there we are, first page. Let's go back here. A transversal is a line that intersects other lines, right? Parallel lines to be specific. So the transversal here is highlighted in red. You can see like you got an exterior top and exterior bottom, and then you've got what we'd call the interior. Okay, there's 8 angles that are formed, and guess what? 4 of those are congruent. And then there's another pair of 4 that are congruent. And I bet you can guess which ones are congruent. Samani, can you tell me 4 angles that look like they might be the same? No? My gosh, Samani. You're on recording forever. Samani, which angle would be congruent to 1? Four. Good job, Samani. What else do you guys think would be congruent to 1 and 4? Sean? 5 and 8. Cool. If these, this is an if-then statement. If you watched my video yesterday, you learned about if-then statements. If these 2 lines are parallel, then these 4 angles are all going to be congruent. Okay. Then the other 4 angles are also going to be congruent. 2 and 3 and 6 and 7. Now, the numbers might be scrambled up. They might not be in that order every time, but those 4 green angles and those 4 blue angles will always be congruent. Let's talk about some of their names. Corresponding angles. Angles on the corresponding sides of the parallel line and the same side of the transversal. So let's go above the parallel lines and to the right of the transversal. Above the parallel lines and to the right of the transversal. Oh, 2 and 6. Those are corresponding angles. Can somebody name another pair of corresponding angles? Up 3 and 7. Sweet. Those are corresponding angles. Thomas, you got one? 5 and 1. Yep. And then the last one, of course, will be 4 and 8. Those are corresponding angles. Here's the conjecture down here. I'm just going to expose what's behind the red box, or maybe ask you. If 2 parallel lines are cut by a transversal, then corresponding angles are, yeah, congruent. Too easy. Did I miss something on the last slide? Let's see. No, I was just introducing that. Perfect. So corresponding angles, same side of the transversal, same side of the parallel lines. All right, alternate interior angles. What does the word alternate mean? Change or opposite, right? Opposite side. First of all, interior. Interior tells us 4 angles, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Which ones are on alternate sides of the transversal? Alternate interior. So here are my interiors. 3 and 6 are alternate interior angles. What's the other pair of alternate interior angles? 4 and 5. Yes, 4 and 5 are also alternate interior angles. Why? Because they're inside the parallel lines and they're on alternating sides of the transversal. Cool. So again, we're going to use the same word we did on the last one. If 2 parallel lines are cut by a transversal, the alternating interior angles are also congruent. I'm just teaching you vocab today, guys. Just vocab. Alternate exterior. What angles are considered exterior angles here? 1 and 2. And what else? 7 and 8. Oh my gosh, Bryn. That was loud. It was really good. That's Bryn. Loud. Bryn is a senior. You can listen to this video. Just remember that. Okay. So 1 And what other angle are alternate exteriors? 8. Harriet. Nice and loud. Nice job. Q is an alternate exterior angle with 7. Those are alternate exterior angles. And guess what? That means they're congruent. See a pattern here? I do. Okay, let's continue. I mean, let's holler out some numbers here. Can you name all the angles that are congruent? We already did this. So I'm going to pick on some people because I think that's what's necessary right now. Okay. Kylie, can you tell me one pair of congruent angles? They can deal with that. Parallel lines conjecture. If two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, the corresponding angles are what? Lasagna. Congruent, right? I'm not going to write the word out. I don't want to. What else is true? Alternate interior angles are congruent, and so are alternate exteriors. Now, here's the converse. It flips it around. If two lines are cut by a transversal to form pairs of congruent corresponding angles, corresponding congruent interior angles, and congruent exterior angles, then the lines are what? Okay, pause for a second. Let's identify. Let's say this is 140. This is 140. This is 140. This is 140 degrees. I'd make this 40. I'd make this 40. I'd make this 40. And I'd make this 40. Oops, that's 40. What would that tell us about line 1? Oops, line 1 and line 2. That they are parallel. Yeah, thank you. Okay, the symbol for parallel, you can either write out the word parallel like that, or you can write that looks like an 11, but that's the symbol for parallel. Okay. So maybe on the test, write out the word parallel.